You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
First down, Murray. This complete to Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Murray from midfield. Flush to his right.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. To throw again on 2nd down.
Murray, he'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Being chased out left. A leap, and he will make the catch. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Renfro bringing it in over the middle.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes dancing to his left. On the left side, he finds Beasley. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 2 games here on this Super Wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We'll get it back out to you guys in just a minute. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here on the NFC side of the bracket. And this one looks like it should be a dandy, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, in our game, just a field goal separates these 2 sides at the break. One will go on to the divisional round, one will go home. To find out who it is, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Off the option, here's Akers.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A give running right is Akers. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Murray. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get any. And a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're on for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off. Here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. One quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 8 coming up. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Murray going to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Murray now to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Blankenship's kick is good.
And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And this one complete to Smith. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll go with Lindsey up the middle.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Murray to throw. Steps away to his left.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Cardinals got to go quickly. Hustling to the line. To throw is Murray.
The toss here completed to Pittman. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now Murray. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now a first carry for their fullback. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game.
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. Taken in at the 3, and a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And CD, we get to see the debut of the brand new postseason overtime rules. Now, as everybody is learning, both teams are going to be guaranteed an offensive possession. So they might get the ball first here, but a touchdown does not right away win the game.
And we saw many marker games along the way that sparked a lot of conversation. But the Buffalo-Kansas City game in the 2022 playoffs, that really brought about this rule change. What an amazing game, a true classic. Ended in overtime without Buffalo getting a shot with the football, and the people didn't like that at all. So starting this season, if you make the playoffs, you'll get a chance to answer if the other team scores first, and that way you get a chance to keep a great game as well as your hopes alive as you chase the big prize.
And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
A 3 and out could really hurt here in this opening drive of overtime. Big 3rd down coming.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This will be fielded at the 17. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a first throw here in overtime. Washington's got it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10.
They go jet sweep. Washington with it.
accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Rashawn Gary able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Mahomes connecting with Renfro.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Mahomes. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line from just outside of field goal range. 3 points, all that's needed. Here's 1st and 10.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Well, that's Garrett Bowles, the former first-round pick, the guilty party. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come up 2nd and long. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here's Mahomes.
Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. On 1st 1st and 10. Here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
One overtime. How about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment.
Welcome back to this wild card contest. The second OT ready to begin here shortly.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. It's caught. Smith. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Murray. And the ball is knocked out. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. That's taken on the 25. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
A pass complete downfield to Renfro.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
This now in field goal range. It's a question of when you want to try it. Here's 1st down.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
An option handoff given to Sanders.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 19-yard line. And they're not going to let him get this one off. We have a whistle and a timeout as they'll try to put him on ice a bit. And they still have 2 timeouts left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to advance to the divisional round. And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime. Said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Glendale.